Everybody, we are back with another review, and today we're going to be checking out the TinTapZip from Spigen. So without further ado, let's hop right to this review. So this is going to be a MagSafe EDC pouch that is meant to be attached to the back of your phone. Like I said, it has that ability to stay on there if you don't pack it too heavy. So if you pack it heavy, it's going to fall off. But if you be reasonable with it, it won't fall off the phone. So you see what I'm saying? It's not going to fall off the phone. And the nice thing about this is it has this other magnet that's right here, which allows it to not rotate and spin when it's stuck onto the back of the phone, just like that. You see what I'm saying? It's not rotating. You can rotate it, but it's not rotating automatically just because you're holding on to it. Now, something like this, again, I would approach something like this with a delicate balance, because if you take something and make it too heavy like this and make it too heavy, it could become detached from your phone and potentially it could become lost, and whatever you have in here would become lost as well. So what does it actually have on here? It does have the Spigen little magnetic plate here, like I said, and then it has a nylon zipper pouch. It's got one zipper this way, and then it's got an elastic strap. I added a little tether here that matches the orange color from the pouch, which you'll see in a second, just so I know, which zipper I'm going to be grabbing for if I'm ripping in there blindly. I also added a little nylon strap here, which I melted it on the back there so that it's together to hold this from lifting up, because I wanted to stay at that same tension that you can see that is being put on the pack here, so that it isn't becoming loose, which basically allows all the stuff to shift in here, because I don't want stuff shifting around in this case. What you're hearing in there are some bits that I put in there. But let's check out what I put inside this little tiny case and see what form and function we were able to fit in this. So here's the scatter pattern right here, if you wanted to see everything that's in there. Went with the orange theme and kind of ran with it for this, but after you see everything I have in here, I think you'll be pretty impressed with the kind of kit that we were able to put together. We'll put it all back in here, and then I'll show you after we've seen everything that all that stuff still fits safely on the back of that phone. So first thing you can see here is the Nitecore little LED flashlight. It's in that, it's not orange, but it's kind of like an orange. So jacinth, I believe is what they call that color. I'll leave a link down in the description for all the stuff that's in this particular kit. So if you're looking to kind of check it out, I'll have everything linked down there. Next thing we got is this little neck knife from Civivi. I took the neck tether off, but you have a nice surgical blade here and a dedicated knife, which I really like, that has a neoprene outer coating, so it's got like an anti-slip grip on it. Let's go with the multi-tool. We went with the Gerber dime. Again, you got yourself a bottle opener on the outside. You got tweezers right there that are deployable on the ready. You open this up, you got pliers, needle nosers, and a wire stripper right there, which is awesome. And again, on the inside rails here, there's minimal to no tools, if you would, because they're all on the outside. Again, that toothpick and that bottle opener is going to be in there, and then on the outside, we got a little hook knife / Skinner knife. Then on this side, we have a flat blade that's kind of Tonto style. Then we have scissors, so we got scissors, pliers, needle nosers, and a wire stripper. And then on this side, we have our little mini tools, our little Phillips, our little pry, our little file, our little can opener / bottle opener. Very cool. So an all-in-one little multi-tool, and it's super lightweight, and the form factor for this kit, I mean, there's a lot of use coming out of that Gerber dime. Speaking of, next up we got it's a phone case. We might as well have ourselves a nice USB-C fast charge cable. That's going to be pretty useful in regards to getting my battery back as fast as possible versus just storing some cheap cable in there. So make sure when you do look for something like this, you get the shortest one you can get. 6 inches is usually a good measure. And then you want to make sure that the words fast charge are in the search that you're looking for as well. Next up, we're going to go back to layer 2. Let's hit this up, because this is my full-on 711L kit. This is going to be a little dented on the tin there. Let's bend that back out a little bit. It's going to be a full-on kit. We took the foam insert out of here. We have the 711L Mini Ratchet with a little 1/4 inch drive socket end here, so it gives us a little bit more leverage, but we have a full bit kit here, Phillips slotted, some low-end Torx, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy, nothing too labor-intensive in there. I'm not rocking Phillips number 3s or Torx 30 or more. Just, you know, stuff that I would use with something small like this. So a full tool kit, a flashlight, a knife, a multi-tool with everything that we've named, a charging cable. Next up we got is a full Rite in the Rain collapsible pen, which is perfect for us to deploy out. And then here is the money sack. This is our little filing system. And again, we got one more thing down here. This all fits into this little pouch. Isn't that crazy? We have a deployable towel. Why not have the deployable towel? It's always a good measure to have that in anything. You just add a little water, quality of life instantly. Black Ranger band on the Rite in the Rain. What I put in here is what I like to put in my filing notebook. If you like to add things like family pictures, a local area map, or any type of frequently asked questions thing maybe, or some numbers or whatever you want, put that in here for yourself. This is just what I put in here. Again, I'm not putting any personal effects in here. This is just functional stuff. And what I like to do is I like to divide the notebook in half. So you'll see where the notebook is staple wise. Here, we'll get where are we at here. There. That's half the book. So this half, the front half, is what I like to use to write down passcodes, serial numbers, part numbers, phone numbers, anything I need to remember, a form number, something I need to, a website, whatever, that goes in the front here. The back half I use for filing. What do I put in the filing area? I have a little package of antibiotic ointment, which is back here with a hand cleansing wipe. Then the next one is I have 2 Band-Aids there for good measure. Then in this one I have Imodium and not Imodium, acetaminophen, and ibuprofen. And then I also have a packet of electrolyte powder here. Now all this packs into this nice little Rite in the Rain. I just kind of line them up so they're a little bit flat and not lumpy. It's just thick as my finger. It's just not lumpy. And then I just secure all that with a nice little Ranger band around there, just like that, to kind of keep it all in place. And that's my complete kit. And all this stuff fits on the back of that phone, doesn't fall off, doesn't make a mess. And it's not something that I think I overloaded this, because the weight, which we'll show you here in a second once I repack it in here, isn't going to be that much either. So I did it like this, where the mesh netting holds in this pad just like this. And then it allows me to have a spot here for the pen once I load everything back in there. Now I'm going to throw this towel down in the bottom corner because it's going to be the thing I'd probably use the least. It's one of those there for good measure type of a situation. Now let's rock the 711L pack out. I'm going to put this with the opening up. Then we'll put the Gerber dime just like that. Then we'll take our pen and we'll run the pen right next to the 711L case, which is perfect. So now we got 2 layers in there. Let's add our 3rd layer in there, which is going to be our charging cable, our little pocket knife from Civivi, which is a redundancy from the Multitool, and then our Nitecore. We're going to put this button in so nothing touches it. The thing about the Nitecore, which is actually really nice, before we zip this up, is you really have to push pressure on that button. Unlike other brands that have smaller flashlights like this with a button that's just right on the top that's not recessed, this won't deploy as easily as other ones, which is really nice. I like to put that button in so that the button doesn't, there we go, the button doesn't redeploy too much if I just, or deploy if I touch the outside of this case. So all that being said, that's a pretty cool little pack out. It's got a strap back here. Now you could put your wallet or contents in here, your ID, your debit card, your credit card, cash. Would I recommend it? No, I probably wouldn't recommend that, because something like this, if this does get lost, man, that's a lot of stuff to lose. If this gets lost, you lost about $100 worth of tools. That's about it. You know what I mean? Which is a lot more impactful to lose the things that would be inside your wallet. So let's get a weight check here. We're sitting at 10 ounces on this thing, which is not bad. Again, something that snaps directly to the back of your phone. Peace of mind, it's already there. You can hold it, you can move it, you can swing it. It's got enough weight in there to stay on, but it's not too much to make it come off, which I think is important. So coming in at 10 ounces, I think we're right at the money spot for this. Why don't you let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of this? I got first aid in there, admin stuff in regards to like a pad and pen. I got a deployable towel, quality of life. We got the electrolyte powder, that's part of medical, I guess you could say. I got a charging cable, so I got a little bit of modern spin on there, usefulness for myself. The multi-tool, the Gerber dime, the Civivi little neck knife, the Rite in the Rain pen, full size. I think that's important as well. The Nitecore flashlight. These are things, and the 711L, of course, with the full bit kit fitting in the 711L case. I mean, all that for 10 ounces, that's a lot of form factor and a lot of utility coming out of this little case that I said you could just snap on the back of your phone. So let me know down in the comments below, how would you build this out differently? How serious would you take a kit like this? Is this something you would put your keys and all your wallet contents in and then snap it to the back of the phone and not even do anything EDC wise? Is this something that you would put like a medical kit, or would you keep it like a tech kit? Let me know down in the comments below how you would utilize something like this and how serious you take this in regards to packing stuff out. If you were to lose it, you know what I'm saying? Like, how serious do you actually take something like this? If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Want more content like this, subscribe for more, and have a great rest of your day.